baby. Right here. These people
John Bonhart, the Thoroughbreds.
Here we are back from intermission. Took some time. I got some water. I cooled down. I'm ready to watch some tag team action. How about you?
I'm glad you're cooled down. I'm ready for this tag team match. We've got a couple of great guys out of Northern Illinois, the Iowa area, right over the state line. Theseus and John Bonhart teaming up, known as the Thoroughbreds, I believe for the first time tonight, against quite the experienced team as of late. Theo White and Devontae Knox under the tutelage of the legendary main attraction KC Jackson Trauma Unit.
KC Jackson is quite a competitor in his day here in Central Illinois, and now he's got his own team. He's teaching his next generation of superstars here in Central Illinois. KC was on to something. He might have beat me to it here, but much respect to KC Jackson.
And this crowd showing much more adulation for Trauma Unit than for the Thoroughbreds here tonight. They're calling John Bonhart Mr. Clean. These fans are relentless when they see a bald head, I'll tell you that much.
I gotta be honest, seeing KC Jackson in this role out there smiling and kissing babies and high-fiving the fans in favor of getting cheers for his team, like, I'm starting to wonder if KC Jackson has gone soft in his later years here. This is really interesting to see.
Listen, KC has just as much of an edge in this squared circle as he always has. Unfortunately, having to rehab a couple of injuries that caught up with him over the past few months, selecting to actually lead the younger guys of the faction into competition, and how successful it's been thus far.
Well, we'll just see how successful Trauma Unit is tonight, stepping in the ring against the Thoroughbreds.
Theseus on the second turnbuckle. John Bonhart is in the ring. It looks like he's going to start with Devontae Knox. Both of these guys, trainees, I believe, out of the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy. Devontae and Theo, trainees under IWAU, under Josh the Intimidator Totten and Joey O'Reilly. Here we go, Devontae and Bonhart tying up center of the ring. Bonhart trying to push Devontae back using that taller stature.
Grabs him in that tight headlock.
Right, here we go. Bonhart sent off the ropes. Devontae drops down, mid-ring leap.
Huge nice drop kick by Devontae Knox. Center of the ring, you can't get much more pretty than that.
Exactly right. Devontae Knox picking up control early on in this matchup, feeding off of the energy of these fans tonight. Big rear view. Look at the outside leg.
Only a 2 count. Bonhart is still in this. Thoroughbreds cannot be counted out just yet.
Right, you look at the Thoroughbreds and you see a couple of pretty chiseled guys over there. They don't miss a day in the gym, that's for sure. But Devontae Knox, who also is in great shape right now, doing some damage to Bonhart, stomping away, going to tag in Theo White for the first time in this matchup.
Bonhart is not in a good position. We've talked about this all night long. Being in your opponent's corner is one of the most unsafe spots in the ring. Now Theo White with the pin. Only a 2 count as Bonhart kicks out.
Off the assisted cannonball, Theo White getting an early cover.
Some heckling from the crowd out here. Robert Leach. See, I don't know why you keep defending these people sitting out here when they're sitting over here heckling you.
I saw some nice smiles on their faces, but we're not going to worry about that right now. Bonhart flipping out of the attempt at the side suplex. Goes onto the back of the head, and Theo White,
oh my goodness, just threw him up to the ceiling as he came crashing down face first in the center of the ring.
You know, in decades past, the Poffo family used to tour this territory here in Central Illinois.
Theo White is a monster, just manhandling, tossing his opponent halfway across the ring. This is unbelievable.
Right, cover. Like I said, the Poffo family used to tour this territory. In fact, they ran many shows in this very room that we sit in right now. And I believe Theseus is flying higher than Macho Man Randy Savage used to in those days.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And now sent out of the corner with force, meeting those turnbuckles.
Casey Jackson, he's at ringside, giving some guidance to his team as Theo White marches around the ring. Oh my goodness, what do you even call that? It wasn't even a fall-away slam because Theo White fell nowhere. It was just Theseus flying over his head, crashing down onto his back.
You call that a stand-away slam?
Stand-away slam, I like it. Coined a new one here tonight.
Here we go, Theseus fighting back against Theo White, the much larger Theo White. And Theo, one clubbing blow, takes him down to the mat.
Thoroughbreds seem to have quite a challenge laid upon them here.
And here we go. Theo White
using the top rope for an assist. Huge back body drop.
Again, just standing there, doing some damage.
No momentum needed for his strength. Devontae Knox now on the shoulders of Theo White. What is this?
Big swanton.
My goodness.
Nice move from Devontae Knox. Look at the inside leg.
I can't believe he kicked out of that. There cannot be any air left in his chest after that.
Listen, decent ring awareness here from the great Greek Theseus. Rolling under the
smart
bottom
man,
rope.
Smart man. There we go. Tags in his partner. And there we go.
Yeah.
Bonhart now with the stomps in the corner on Devontae Knox.
Using the quickness to get himself out of that precarious situation. Looks like Theseus tweaked the ankle.
This was an incredibly intelligent maneuver by Theseus, though. He saw an opportunity to get Devontae Knox to follow him outside of the ring. right in time for Bonhart to jump in and take control as the legal man.
Right, here we go. Bonhart sends Devontae face first off that top turnbuckle. Throwing shoulders into the midsection.
Lured him right into his trap, and now the Thoroughbreds have taken charge of this match.
That's right, and now Bonhart shoved away by Devontae. Devontae trying to put together a flurry of defense here.
Huge boot to the face. Is this a pin with his boots?
You usually see people partake in these one-footed covers as a sign of disrespect. You could see Bonhart stepping down, putting pressure on the sternum of Devontae Knox. That really took some work to get out of that maneuver from Devontae.
To me, it also showed that Bonhart was certain of his victory in that moment. Unfortunately, he was wrong. Oh! Heard that, felt that all the way over here. Huge thud on the chest of Devontae Knox. Going for a suplex.
Simple but effective double team maneuver.
Oh, not even a 1 count. Oh, he is not ready to go down. Look at this.
Devontae's not going to deal with the disrespect. He has fought his way out of some disrespectful situations
But
in
once
the past.
once again, finds himself trapped in his opponent's corner. The worst place to find yourself in a tag team competition.
That's right. Now Devontae's in a world of hurt. Referee is distracted, and Bonhart's stomping away, but
Referee did catch him. Referee gave him a warning. It's okay. He warned him. Yeah, he's acting casual, man. He's acting casual.
Being in a new team like this, you got to get that timing down pat. You cannot wait for the referee to walk away. As soon as that back turns, you have to do what you got to do.
Still stomping away down in the corner. Looks like maybe, I don't know, foot on the chest? That's the chest, right?
I don't know about that. He had a hold of the ropes either way, so referee counting ahead of the count of 5 there. Bonhart on the second rope. Big axe handle.
There we go, taking out that might have been a mistake on the part of Bonhart. Oh, maybe lured right into a trap.
Oh, come on.
As the Thoroughbreds are now double teaming Devontae Knox in the center of the ring, and the ref has no idea until this moment. He turns around and catches him red-handed. I'll tell you what, if this ref doesn't want this to happen, he needs to get in there. He needs to be a little bit more forceful with his instructions.
I guess that's a fair point to an extent, but when you've got a horse like Theo White trying to get in the ring.
Oh!
Big enziguri. Devontae really sends that thing in. Tried to
Going
dive
for the
over
tag.
for the tag.
Oh, back in the corner.
Like a battering ram. Sending him into the corner. Fisherman's position.
Oh, and there's Bonhart teaching Theo White how to properly do a fall-away slam. Did you see how he fell away when he did the slam?
I know the meaning of the move.
Proper.
I know the meaning of the move.
Okay.
Theo White showing he doesn't have to exert that energy. And in fact, if you don't fall away, it's a greater height that your opponent falls from.
Well, that's neither here nor there. At this moment, Devontae Knox is in a bad position. This crowd is getting behind him, but I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Devontae trying to fight back here, putting together a flurry of offense.
Oh!
Nice backhand. Off the ropes, float over into that cutter.
Dang, huge cutter off the ropes with a front flip. Unbelievable maneuver, driving Bonhart's head directly down in the center of the mat. Almost
an inverted blockbuster from Devontae Knox, and now both men are down. Devontae's bought himself some valuable time. Inadvertently, however, he is giving John Bonhart that exact same amount of time because, it's taken him a while to find the energy to make that tag, but there it is. Theo
White in the ring, House of Fire laying the Thoroughbreds out one by one, over and over, massive clotheslines off the ropes, huge splash, center of the ring.
Showing off that football background, only a 2 count, very close.
Unbelievable. I thought that was it, Robbie.
Theo White retaining control in this matchup.
But Bonhart also showing his strength at the same time, kicking out from a maneuver like that. Oh, but he's in, yes, bad position.
Handful
Breaking
of
free
eyes.
of the electric chair drop. Devontae could not get to the top rope in time.
Referee's got to get in there. There's a handful of eyes.
huge
Oh my
boot
gosh.
Into a German suplex.
Devontae's up top. Big
Huge
crossbody.
splash off the top rope.
Breaking up the pin before the ref can even make the count.
Unbelievable, it's mayhem. Come on, ref, what are we doing?
Nice super kick. Theseus fighting back.
Everybody's in the ring. I'm not even sure who's
Big
legal at this
spear.
point. Huge spear. Huge spear. And Devontae's back up on the top rope. Theo White is to his feet.
KC calling the shot on the outside, telling them what they've got to do.
Theseus now in that electric chair. This cannot be good. Going for that tag, making sure it's a legal maneuver.
Looking for the doomsday device.
Massive, massive drop for the pin. 2 and 3. Drama unit takes it.
Contest Drama Unit.
These rowdy fans are back at it again, coming up to ringside, high-fiving Casey Jackson. Okay, Casey. All right. You can celebrate. You can celebrate. You've done good with your boys here.